Prepared to go to work on the road. But traffic, here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Batum in at the 5. And for Brooklyn, Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harris in at the small forward spot. Now here's Irving. Pass to Durant. Now Harden. Back to Durant. 6 to shoot. Griffin trying to get open, and KD throws it down.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside, where we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
Now here's Batum. Leonard, no luck.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
That's good from Harris on the assist by Irving.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Jackson passes to George. Batum with the ball. Morris trying to free himself up. Batum, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Durant. Kicks it out to Harden. Harris outside. Back to Harden. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. George with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Durant with it. Pass to Griffin. It's stolen by Morris. Jackson with it. Finished off the break.
Hard to keep up with Reggie when he gets out in space. And on top of that, an excellent finisher.
Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. On the wing, Harris. He's covered by Leonard. Irving drives in, and they pick up 2.
He gets to the rim at will. Kyrie, one of the most elusive players you'll ever see.
Jackson against Harden. Now the pass to George. Lets it go with the 3. Great tee that time from Irving. For Brooklyn, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. Rebounded by Jackson. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Here's Irving. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Here is Harden. And the shot is good.
And honestly, that was a great effort defensively, but Harden just with that unique ability to get his shot off under any circumstances.
George passes to Batum. He kicks it to Jackson. .136 left in the first. Shot clock at 6. Back to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. And they'll turn over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. Los Angeles making a switch here. And it's Harris with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Outside Irving. Back to Harden. He feeds it to Green. Shot from 12. The second effort, and Harden with the lay-in. Harden's got his second basket of the game.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Passes it to Rondo. Leonard looking around. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Harden. Durant with it. He's against Morris, and it's good for two.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Out left to the wing. Rondo with a clean look. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi, aware of what the defense is trying to do, understands the spacing.
On the wing, Harris. On the wing, Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to man. Now Leonard. The dish now to Morris. Back to Leonard. For three. And the last second attempt doesn't fall.
And something that Harden continues to work.
And we reached the end of the first quarter. Nets lead by 6. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
So for the Clippers right now, Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the three, the small forward. Right side, Green. Pass to Harden. The three. And no good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Rondo passes to Morris. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Morris has got his first basket.
Rondo is out there to distribute the ball. He is a master at finding the open man.
Brown finds Dinwiddie. Green against Morris. From the baseline. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And I love seeing Harden get room to shoot from that mid-range position, an effective scorer in that area.
The pass to Kennard. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Zubac, the best of man. Here's Kennard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Rondo. The shot missing. Dinwiddie with some nice D. Brown dishes to Green. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Brooklyn with the rebound. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not a leap tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Rondo against Harden. Rondo kicks to Morris. Here's Zubac. Passes to Kennard. Launches it. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Kennard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Harden the pass to Claxton. And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, they get the rebound. Here's Dinwiddie. And they had their chances, 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Here's Morris. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And you see the body control. Morris taking the hit there, but still able to complete the play.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Back to Harden. Over Rondo. Let's keep it alive. Brown. And the rejection by Zubac. Harden against Rondo. And here's Kennard. They get it back.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Brown outside. Back to Harden. Kicks it to Brown. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Kennard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Kennard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. .41 seconds left to play in the first half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Harden. Will it go? He can't get it to go.
And you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one.
Kennard's shot is off. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
Poked away, but he stays with it.
Tremendous defense. Reggie has the quickness to stay on the ball.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. And Kenny, like Kawhi Leonard, Paul George doesn't show a whole lot of emotion. He lets the... And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You gotta like what Harden has done in this game so far.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, and sometimes the strategy in that case, don't let anyone else beat you. You know he's going to get his, so try and keep it to that.
They've got Griffin. Harris is out there with Durant, and it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Harden in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific kicks. You're right. Here's Irving. Great D that time from Batum.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations. Not this time.
The 3 from George. The rebound by KD. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Nets trail by 3. Durant feeling it out a bit.
Bringing a strong work ethic defensively. Morris grinding on the shooter there. That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Griffin with the steal. Out to Harris. In the corner. Harden. For the lead. He can't get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Pass to George. Fires for 3. Rebound Brooklyn.
Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shot just don't go down.
Harris misses. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 1. George against Griffin. George dishes to Batum. Shot from the wing. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in. Outside Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
KD is on a different level, going over, around, or straight through the defense now.
And the pass to Jackson. Brown against George. He dishes it to Batum. Knocked loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Brown down low, defended by George. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Griffin.
I love that play right there. You see the patience of Blake. Doesn't force anything, just waits for his man to break free.
George. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Griffin. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Joe Harris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
Over in the corner, Brown. Durant up top. He's covered by Leonard. Misses from close range. LA has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. George with no one around. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 6.
One of George's main strengths, able to stretch the floor with his outside shooting.
To the middle. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Dinwiddie.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And it's George missing.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Dinwiddie attacking. Brown wide open. He fires. And the wing jumper offline.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Here's Dinwiddie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
Fantastic isolation player, Kyrie. But on that play, he made a play for others.
Passes it to George. Seconds left in the third. Here's Leonard, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
You know, when you look at the MVP race each year, most of the candidates were drafted in the top 5, but somehow Kawhi lasted to number 15.
Outside Irving. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throw.
And with Reggie Jackson, it's a testament to his natural talent that he often leaves us wanting a little bit more.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The Clippers on top. They lead by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Durant. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, they've got Morris. Kennard is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 5 down low. Griffin. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I'll tell you, that's the one thing. Hustle. Blake just outworking everyone to the ball.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Kevin will see if they can make that adjustment.
Harden outside. Outside Irving. Nets passing it around. Here's Green. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's George. Banked in off the glass. George has got the lead up to 6 now for Los Angeles.
I don't know what Coach told him at halftime, but he is shooting the lights out right now.
Harden surveying the D. Here's KD. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
He covers so much ground with every stride. Hard to get into position against KD.
Harris is checked in for Green. And so Durant nails them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Jackson passes to Mann. George with the ball. Guarded by Harris. Now George. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. The rebound by the Nets.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Griffin kicks to KD. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the length of Durant, he's more than capable of attacking the rim and either scoring or drawing the foul.
The first free throw is good. And Los Angeles with some changes. Batum comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Morris subbed in for Serge Ibaka. Down low, here's Mann, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Here's Harden on the wing. Back to Harris. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Batum grabs the miss.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
And it's George missing.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Los Angeles leading by 5. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball. And the shot goes in. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Harden inside the three-point line, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
And the Clippers call time here. They're leading by 5. 1:53 left to play here in the fourth. And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
Harden outside. Three-pointer. Rebound by the Clippers.
Low percentage shot from long range. Terrible decision, especially when you still have a chance to win this.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. Harden finds KD. Back to Harden. Over Jackson. Offensive rebound. Here's Griffin. And the layup's good off the glass.
You know, it's not just the power of Griffin, it's the skill set. Reliable inside.
George with the ball. Pass to Zubac. Kennard, the bounce pass. Here's George. Uses the glass to finish the lane. George has got the lead back up to 9 now for the Clippers. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Nets. KD against Ibaka. Inside. On the wing, Harden. Looking to end his cold spell. And the rejection by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. The three from George connects from three-point range. And now it's a 12-point Clipper lead.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
From deep three-point range, offline. So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Now for Greg Anthony. And coming to you today from Hamlet Creek.
Well, guys,
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle.
You really admire how fierce Morris is on the glass. He never gives up on keeping the next possession alive.
It's Powell on the wing. Back to Lillard. Takes the three. Portland with a new 14. Powell finds Nurkic. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Morris outside. Here's Batum. Count it. Good.
And Batum really likes getting shots off from the interior, using those long arms of his well to release the shot over the defense.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Portland moving the ball around. To the inside, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Leonard dishes to Batum. Outside, George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Now, here's Lillard. There's the pass to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Clock at 6. Pass to Nurkic. Basket, good.
A physical player with a large frame. Nurkic was seemingly unbothered by the contact.
George passes to Leonard. George looking around. Down low. Here's Morris. And Morris throws it down.
He is a fantastic athlete for a power forward. Whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for it with hops.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Leonard. The Clippers in the lead. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And Morris throws it down.
And Morris really rises up for these jams, leaving no mistake as he finishes with authority.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up to the Portland Trailblazers. Out to the right wing. Nurkic against Morris. Lillard outside. A floater. The shot's good. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are three names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Here's Morris after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic, and Leonard gets it to go.
A true go-to option on offense. Leonard knows this team depends on him to take and make those big shots.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Powell. Lillard, right side. From the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. 34 seconds left in the first. Passes it to Morris. There's the dish to Batum. Outside for George. Leonard, that's for two. Powell pulls it in.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Here's Covington. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Covington's got his second basket.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
George, no good. It's all tied in Portland, and the second quarter will get underway. And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is...
I don't fear nobody. And, you know,
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers, guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Rajon Rondo. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the three. Rondo against Lillard. The pass to Cannon. Stolen by Zubac. Here's man. And that one is stuffed right through.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game. A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
And Morris throws it down.
Wow, and Morris just trucking it down the court, showing a real desire to finish it in transition.
Lillard, the pass to Anthony. Inside. Collins kicks to Cantor. Collins trying to break free. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Enes Kanter. Rondo against Lillard. Rondo passes to Kennard. Now, here's Zubac. Shot clock at 5. Here's Rondo. Zubac trying to break loose. Rondo, no good. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Lillard outside. The 3. Morris with the rebound. Clippers leading by 3. Kennard finds Morris.
While the shooting of Morris provides his team with is crucial, just a real valuable part of his team.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done differently, Do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Cantor.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Now here's Rondo. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Morris with the bucket.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat.
Pass to Powell. Here's McCollum. Puts it up. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Zubas. Nurkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony Simons. McCollum passes to Anthony. Back to McCollum. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. McCollum's got his first points in this one.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
Jackson with it. Now defended by McCollum. And George kicks to Jackson. To the paint. Morris, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
McCollum against Jackson. The feed to Covington. 41 seconds left in the second quarter. And they pick up 2.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Leonard. Now here's Jackson. Morris right side. Puts it up from 17. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And this is an area where Batum can hurt you. This shot is a steady part of his attack.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Powell. Left side Covington. McCollum outside over Jackson.
Oh, man, and Jackson is just a pest.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good... We saw Marcus Morris lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with... Man, that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game so far from Marcus Morris.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
McCollum against George. Leonard on the wing. Back to George. A shot off that time, and the Trailblazers going the other way. And there's the pass to Powell. Lillard on top. Back to Powell. Pass to McCollum. Just 5 to shoot for the lead. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Lillard's got 4 points this quarter.
There's never going to be hesitation from Lillard on his catch-and-shoot opportunities. His confidence through the roof on the hard work on the boards. A lot of competition for that one, but he's got the lift to be the first one,
too. He feeds it to Covington. To the middle. Nurkic can't hit. The Clippers trail.
And Yusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up, but I know you were doing your thing, but you would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
George with the ball. Now defended by McCollum. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Puts it up from 17. Second shot opportunity. In the corner, George with it. Over McCollum. And it's George missing.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot hit his shots to drop.
Good on the bucket. Covington's got 6.
Oh, the quick feet of Covington. He excels at getting out there on the break and finding ways to capitalize.
George passes to Leonard. No good on the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
McCollum trying to get open. And Covington with the basket on the assist by McCollum. McCollum's got 6 assists now in the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now Jackson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 6 to shoot. Here's George. Over McCollum. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from George.
He's taken 5 shots this quarter and only hit 1. I mean, you got to say ouch to that.
Pass to Powell. And a wide open look for McCollum. Sinks the three-pointer. 7 points in the game.
And sometimes McCollum is automatic from there. You can't give him this shot if you're the D.
Outside Jackson. Nurkic against Batum. This is to George. Yes, that goes in. George has got 4 points this quarter.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
McCollum outside. They get it again. Nurkic can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Inside, here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And Morris just scores from everywhere. Down low, from the mid-range, outside. It's just awesome offensive talent.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. McCollum outside. Jacks up a 3. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 6 points.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Outside Rondo. Kennard on the wing. And he's off on his first shot of the game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Portland out in front. They're up by 4. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's man in at the 3 spot. And the Clippers call time here. fairly new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. Norman Powell's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis, who talked with the team. He said he just wants them to play faster. It feels like they've been too lackadaisical with the ball and that their aggressiveness just isn't there right now. Kevin, back to you.
Powell kicks to McCollum. Looking to get it going. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Ibaka, the pass to Kanon. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
It's Kennard's ability to create that sets him apart. I mean, gets inside, finds himself a shot.
McCollum outside. Passes to Covington. To the inside. Stolen by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. George with the ball to take the lead. Ibaka outside. Back to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's deflected. Powell with the steal. Count that one.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
George against Covington. Ibaka right side. 5 on the clock. Back to Kennard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. George, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And good that time. Powell's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
George against Powell. On the wing, George. Ibaka, this is to George. That doesn't go either for George.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
Down low, here's Zubac. No good that time. Great D that time from Nurkic. The 3 from McCollum. Buries it from 3-point range. Now it's a 7-point Portland lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, it feels like they're just one step ahead right now, looking to build out their advantage even further.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, C.J. McCollum.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
A really solid performance here in front of the home crowd. He may not be the star of this team, but nights like this are what make him a fan favorite. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Perfect timing, but with a small lead, they're doing all they can to protect it.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 9. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Ibaka comes in for George. Here's Leonard. Plays it up and banks it in.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers trail by 7. Here's Ibaka. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Ibaka's got 4 points this quarter.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
Pass to Pop. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Cullen passes to Covington. Portland needs to get off a shot. Lets it go from the wing. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Clippers have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. Beverly finds Leonard. To the paint. Back to Ibaka. Over McCollum. Beverly the pass to Zubac. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the right side. Here's Lillard. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no letter. This is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Good!
Oh, huge play by the former Duke. And Kennard is not shy away from the moment.
Jones looking for an opening. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good.
You got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here. And he just put the game to bed.
McCollum kicks to Powell. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Outside, George. Off on that one.
Gotta like seeing McCollum get gritty on defense. Using this.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining.
To start and do whatever you do in game with the Luka flair.
Up next. Welcome everybody to another presentation of TA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. So the Nets starting five. They've got Harris, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Griffin, and it's KD in at the 4 spot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, down low. Here's Covington. Not going to go that time.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's McCollum. Pass to Nurkic. From outside the arc. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, the coach has confidence in CJ taking that shot, and so CJ has confidence in making it.
Irving kicks to Griffin. Nets passing it around. Harden against Lillard. Shoots. Harden's shot is off.
Well, he's a guy to count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Foul. That's good.
Well, if you go to Lehigh, of course, you're going to make smart plays. McCollum good at sensing when his man was going to be wide open.
Outside Irving. Griffin passes to KD. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Powell finds Lillard. Back to Powell. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Has tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
Pass to Harris. Left side, KD. Shoots over Covington. And again, it's the Nets missing. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Passes it to Powell. He feeds it to Covington. "13 feet away. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 6.
Oh, great ball movement there.
For Brooklyn, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. At the elbow, Griffin. Harden outside. KD on the wing. Defended by Covington. Count the basket. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star
No
last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm, as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Basket counts.
Yeah, you don't want to leave people open when Blake Griffin has vision of the floor. He exploited the hole in the defense that time.
Now here's Lillard. He's still scoreless so far in this one. McCollum finds Nurkic. Irving against McCollum. Nurkic, a good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Well, Nurkic is so big, does a great job, and fends off the defense on his way to the score.
On the wing, Irving. Inside. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Anthony's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Harris. Brown is checked in for Irving. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. They grabbed their own miss. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Cantor. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets it to go.
Good touch on the jumper, especially from mid-range. Cantor hits a high percentage of those shots.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Outside, Green. Got a piece of it. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. McCollum with the ball. The pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Simons, the pass to McCollum, and the shot goes down.
That's one of the huge attributes of McCollum's game. He can score from anywhere, which makes him very unpredictable as a scorer.
Good if it goes, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Enes Kanter is out there with Collins. Then it's Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And Green gets it to go.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Simons. Dinwiddie covering. Baseline jumper. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Collins has got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
Now Collins continues to play hard and determined to get inside to make it happen.
Pass to Green. Here's Claxton. He's covered by Kanter. It's good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
After a promising rookie campaign a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
Yeah, I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
No better way to fire up your teammates. Durant showing good athleticism on the Monster Jam.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Pass to Collins. McCollum outside. Passes it to Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And finished off by Collins.
Good job attacking the rim right there from the big man, Collins.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Brown dishes to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Now the pass to Claxton. Durant trying to break free. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Kevin Durant showing off that within this offensive scheme, he has the ability to set up his teammates.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. He dishes it to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Right side, Collins. Here's Simons. Dinwiddie covering. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Brown. No points in the game yet for him. It's Durant on the wing. There's a minute 34 left here in the second. Pass to Claxton. No good that time. And it's Portland the other way. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Anthony kicks to McCollum. From about 19 feet, again the Trailblazers score.
Such a good player on the in-between game, weaving behind bodies to find some space, and CJ cashes in.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Claxton. Outside for KD. Over Collins. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter.
Balance, such a key to consistent shooting, and Collins shows it there.
Here now is Dinwiddie. Brown the pass to Dinwiddie. And here is KD. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D from Cantor. McCollum against Dinwiddie. Takes a three. That one no good. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
Well, KD, an awesome job there, just sharing the rock with his teammates.
With 1 on the clock. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter under.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello back. Portland came out ready to play. They didn't wait long to put together a 9-2 run. And that'll...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
Yeah, he knows his role. He's out there to distribute the ball, get his teammates involved. Nice job.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Nets. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin, and it's Durant, and it's Harris in at the three. And the dunk by Powell.
Lillard involving his guys, a great passer, and he makes a good decision there.
Harden against Lillard. Harden scanning the floor. Left side Harris. Outside KD. Makes it off the glass. KD's got 9. Reggie, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Passes it to McCollum. Lock at 6. Portland moving the ball around. Nurkic with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. Nets trail by 10. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Three-pointer, Lillard hands it from downtown. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
Harden outside. Griffin dives for it, and it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Jeff Green is checked in for Brooklyn. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Outside, Jones to the wing right side. The pass to Simons. Anthony left side. Here's Cantor. The wide open look here for Anthony, and Cantor throws it down.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders, Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
To the middle. Kicks it out to Harden. Back to Griffin. Yep, it counts. Griffin's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, the D not going to do much better than that, but as close to the rim as Blake Griffin was, he's hard to handle there.
Pass to Simons. Deep 2 from Anthony. Again, the miss by Anthony. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing by 13.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
Here's Simons. Misses the 3. Nets trail by 13. Down low, Green. And it's Green slamming it down.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
To the left side wing. Simons surveying the D. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell's checked in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Brown's checked in. Pass to Harris. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Harris has got it back down to within single digits for Brooklyn. Lillard outside from past the arc. That shot no good. Got it up. Doesn't go that time. And we've reached the end of the third. Portland out in front, up 9 from Portland. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Just 4 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. It's stolen by Green. Harris with it. Lillard picks him up. Here's Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Kyrie Irving, one of the quickest players in the game, so he's outstanding at forcing the issue when he wants on the drive.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Portland leading by 8. Passes to Powell. Here's Covington. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Irving against Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Powell. The rebound by Jeff Green. Nets trail by 8. Oh, the lob to Irving. KD with the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And for Portland, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Lillard, the pass to Covington. To the inside. Hits. Count that one for Nurkic.
Nice shot selection there. Nurkic finding a shooting window and making that one count.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And Durant, here we go. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Lillard outside. And the pass to Covington. Irving with the steal. Brown kicks to Harris. Lets it fly. He can't hit that time. And the Trailblazers going the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Powell finds Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
KD against Nurkic. KD drives in. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And here's the best way to get an earful from your coach. Give Kevin Durant that kind of path to the basket. Wow, discussion to follow.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Irving against Lillard. Here's Covington. Banked in off the glass. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
That's a defensive breakdown. You can't let him get that deep.
Yeah, how do you let him get a lounge chair down there and be comfortable in the paint like that?
KD dishes to Brown. Feeds to Green. That one misses. Good D by Covington. One-on-one fast break. In the corner, Powell with it. Over Harris. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game. And stolen by Lillard. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. It's hauled in by Brown.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
And here's Lillard, who brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. There's the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. 51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Well, anyone questioning Durant's killer instinct can stop right now. Wow.
2 points here might be all the cushion they need.
You would think so. This game is theirs for the taking.
Covington kicks to Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Durant shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Robert Covington picks one up.
Yeah, the defender overreaches there. Durant recognizes it and quickly baits him into that foul.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. James Harden comes in for Brown. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively. Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Pass to Nurkic. They'll go him outside. Offensive rebound. Launches a three. Here's Nurkic. No good there. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
Nice, perfect. That was awesome, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, a lot of fun, dude. Excited to have you.
So we're gonna put marker dots on his face in the most.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Hey, Dave.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. So the next starting five. We've got Durant, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's Griffin in at the 5. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. KD with it, guarded now by Morris. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
That takes poise, patience, and vision. Great pass by Kevin Durant.
Pass to Batum. Morris right side. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Harden against Jackson. Pass to Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Here's KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Aggressive move by KD. It gives this team a different attitude when he's attacking the rim.
Jackson against Harden. Jackson passes to Batum. Now the dish to George. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Batum. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Batum.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Right side, Griffin. The pass to Durant. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Nicholas Batum.
And the length of Durant, he's more than capable of attacking the rim and either scoring or drawing the foul.
Durant hits them both.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
George passes to Jackson. It's Morris atop the key. Dishes it to George. Off target from 3-point range. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Harden kicks to Durant. Irving passes to Griffin. On the wing, Harden. Outside Durant. Pocket 6. Irving dishes to Griffin. And the defense by Batum contesting the shot. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Passes it to Batum. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Batum's got his second bucket of the night.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Pass to Harris. Here's Harden on the wing. Back to Harris. Pass to Durant. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Rajon Rondo is checked in for the Clippers. And a change for the Nets. Jeff Green. He's checked in for Kevin Durant. Irving, good. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Diaz, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mention. Leonard against Harris. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Harden can't hit. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And now the Clippers on the break. Batum passes to Morris. Leonard with the ball. Now Green defending. And here's George for three. The three-pointer's right on target.
You need guys who can stretch the floor or the offense doesn't flow. Paul George is one of the best at it.
Irving passes to Griffin. Now here is Harris. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Harden. And the Nets miss again.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Count it. George has got 5 points so far.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Harris kicks to Harden. Outside Irving. Down low. To stop the run. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
George dishes to Leonard. From deep. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers ahead. They lead by 5. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the...
How can we be the best version of ourselves?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Harden. Brown out there with Green, and it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Harden finds Brown. Nets passing it around. On the wing, Harden. He's covered by Rondo. Here's Claxton. And the layup is good. Claxton's got his first basket of the night.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Durant's checked in. And Dinwiddie over to help. Jackson passes to Kennard. Off the left rim and out.
Missed opportunity, wide open for mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Claxton, no good.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Dinwiddie right side. Kicks to Green. Brown feeling out a bit. Back to Green. Fires it up. And with the rebound. Clippers leading by 7. Goes up. And Ibaka slams it in.
For a big, Ibaka has excellent end-to-end speed. Hard to stay with in transition.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
The pass to man. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Passes it to Zubac. Kennard with the ball. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Nets trail by 9. Here's Claxton. Second chance shot. Outside Green. Left side Durant. Jeff Green on the wing. Durant, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great hustle by KD, staying competitive after the miss.
Ibaka, the pass to Kennard. He kicks it to Jackson. Back to Kennard. To the middle. Here's Zubac. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Durant. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
I'll tell you what, Durant takes a lot of contact inside. Defenders try to muscle him, but it doesn't matter.
Ibaka right side. Back to Jackson. Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. Got a hand on it. Round with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And with the rebound. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. No good from Zubac. KD looking around. That one goes in. KD's got 6 in the quarter.
What a play. Durant attacking and finishing with the defender draped all over him.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jets. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able. And that.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Batum. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
KD's shot is off. Clippers leading by 7. Pass to George. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Good luck containing Paul George on the drive. He's one of the more fluid wings in the league.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. And George drops them both.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Harris passes to Irving. Back to Harris. Here is Harden. Harris, bounce pass. The shot. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And it's Batum with the ball. Bringing it up for Los Angeles. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's George. 2 points. That one goes. George has got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. But he gets it back. Harris outside. Pass to KD. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
What's crazy about KD, he's been an NBA champion and a finals MVP all in 2017, and I still feel like he's improving.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Los Angeles. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And then jammed down as it goes right over Blake Griffin.
So explosive with the dunk. Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Jackson kicks to Leonard. Back to Jackson. Stolen by Harden. And now Harris running the floor all by himself. And it goes down 2 points. Harris has got his first points of the night.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
There's the pass to Jackson. Back to Leonard. He dishes it to Batum. Shoots over Griffin. Los Angeles with another miss. Leonard with the steal. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
It's tipped. Passes it to Griffin. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Morris. Ahead. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Jackson against Harden. In the corner, it's Harris. From downtown, it's hauled in by Los Angeles. Batum's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
Pass to Harris. Over in the corner, Green. 6 to shoot. Feeds to Griffin. Shoots over Batum. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Los Angeles leading by 15. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Leonard dishes to Batum. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Griffin kicks to Irving. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Outside Rondo. Leonard. And then jammed down as it goes right over Blake Griffin.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be different. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Leonard draws the double on the wing. George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Right side, Irving. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Rondo kicks to George. Left side, Leonard. The feed now to Rondo. George against Irving. Leonard. The rebound by the Nets. Durant's got his fifth rebound in this one. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn. George passes to Ibaka. Back to George. 5 to shoot. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Nets trail by 14. KD, that's for 2. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, with his height, it is almost impossible to affect KD's shot without fouling.
Zubac is checked in for Morris. Griffin's checked in for the Nets.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Rondo passes to Mann. Kicks to George. And Durant sends it back.
I'll tell you, if you're not looking out, KD will send your shot back.
Irving finds Harden, the 17-footer. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
And George with the stuff.
One of the more instinctive passes over the last decade. Rondo quickly locates the open man.
On the wing, Brown. The Nets working the ball around now. Durant for 3. No good that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Now the pass to Mann. Up top, Zubac. Passes it to Mann. No good on the triple. Nets trail by 12. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Brown.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
George up top. He's covered by Irving. George passes to Zubac. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. George, no good. And here are the Nets. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. A nice shot by Irving.
And that's vintage Kyrie. He has the blow-by speed to get past defenders off the dribble.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. They're leading by 8. George double teamed. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Here's George. 1:04 left in the game. To the paint. Shot clock at 5. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Los Angeles.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Leonard.
Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play.
And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D. .24 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Johnson, the pass to Jordan. Here's Llewellyn. Here's Claxton. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson. Can't get it to fall. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A confident win and one where the... Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2. Now here's Jackson. Leonard with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Leonard kicks to George. 5 on the clock. And George with the stuff.
Don't sleep on Paul George's verticality. How nice was that finish?
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's McCollum. Following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Powell finds Covington. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does. Tries again. That shot misses. The Clippers go the other way with it. To the inside. Here's Morris. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
So out of the gates, 3 for 3, exactly what they're looking for.
For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. 6-point game. McCollum outside. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Covington kicks to Lillard. The offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
George passes to Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
George against McCollum. Over George. George with the defensive effort.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Here's Batum. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Down low, Covington. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Robert Covington is as competitive as it gets, and he gets to the window there.
Morris, left side. Batum passes to George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Now, here's George. It's good on the putback.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Trailblazers trail by 10. Pass to Collins. It's McCollum on the wing. The pass to Collins. And a wide open look for McCollum. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now, here's Collins. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
George finds Morris. Stolen by Collins. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 10. Outside Rondo. Pass to Morris. Now Kennard. Inside. 4 on the shot clock. Zubac kicks to Kennard. They grab their own miss.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And so it's Los Angeles. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his future plans.
I know that when the main guy,
he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on, it's a difficult out.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
On the floor for Portland, Collins is out there with Anthony. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. Collins passes to Simons. Back to Collins to the inside. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 12 points. The points that time coming from Kanter.
The efficiency of Enes Kanter is impressive. This guy's massive on the blocks and knows how to score.
Rondo kicks to Kennard. To the paint, here's Morris. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
The Clippers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
And Rondo drops them both.
And there's no denying that Rondo is a wizard with the ball, exceptional at exploiting holes in the defense.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Collins. Norman Powell's checked in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. One-on-one fast break. Floats it up there for Nurkic. It's tipped. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Leonard with the ball. Count it.
Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Covington. Lays it up off the glass. Covington's got his 2nd bucket.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Rondo against Lillard. Rondo is doubled. Leonard dishes to Batum. Back to Leonard. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in, so timeout called here, the first for Portland. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. And a switch here also for Portland. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. Powell with the steal. Lillard outside. Pass to Covington. We've got 1:48 left now here in the second. Batum with the steal. Ibaka outside.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Trailblazers trail by 20. Stolen by Jackson. Outside, George. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. George has got 6 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Nurkic the pass to Lillard. Goes back up, and Nurkic lays it in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. George passes to Jackson. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Jackson. Latrey.
This guy has such quality length for his position. Robert Covington able to match up against any offensive player.
A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Collins finds Lillard. Here's Powell. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. 5 points in the game.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
And there's the pass to George. And he makes that one.
This is one of Paul George's go-to shots. His confidence and ability to rise and fire quickly from the mid-range, crucial.
Here's Kanter, and he uses the glass on the layup. Kanter's got 4 points in the quarter.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers out in front by...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. From the get-go, it was the Clippers who came out strong. Their mission to dominate early. And that's going to do it for us here.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Paul George really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batuma's out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson, and it's George in at the shooting guard position. Powell, that's good. Powell's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Trailblazers.
I'll tell you, I'd love to see someone take the contact head on, and Norman Powell welcoming the challenge.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Ibaka comes in for Marcus Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Ibaka against Covington. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. From deep three-point range, that one's not going to go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
And how about this stat? Over the course of Robert Covington's career, over 60% of his shots coming from long range.
And Greg, the prototypical 3-and-D guy, you almost want to reverse it because defense has been the pivot point for Robert Covington's emergence as a player in this league.
Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Simons, he's checked in for Lillard. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Back to McCollum. Can't hit from in close. Los Angeles leading by 13. Here's Leonard. Shooting foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Kennard finds Beverly. Leonard inside, guarded by Powell.
Kawhi Leonard from the restricted area. Turn the lights out.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Down by 15. McCollum against Kennard. It's good. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Beverly deciding where to go with it. Outside Leonard. Ibaka, the pass to Kennard. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That is his first foul of the game. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Now, we have seen continued growth with the NBA's affiliated leagues the last few years. Think about the explosion in popularity of the WNBA, the Basketball Africa League, expansion of the 2K League, greater pay in the WNBA and the G League pathway, along with the unionization of G League players. The league continues to show its commitment to expanding opportunities on multiple levels. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Rondo dishes to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Shot clock at 3. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Anthony can't hit. Clippers leading by 11. Leonard, the pass to Batum. Takes it out to Leonard.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
A 3 from McCollum. Rebound by the Clippers. 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Leonard finds Batum. Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one's on Anthony.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And here we go. Good. Leonard's got 12.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Jackson against Lillard. Shot from free throw range. Offensive rebound. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And George kicks to Batum. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Trailblazers trail by 17. Lillard outside. Back to McCollum. Anthony. And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, you have to like the activity from your superstar. Anthony staying involved even off the basketball.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. On the wing, George. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Batum finds George. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jackson. And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's his first foul. Trailblazers trail by 15. Lillard outside. Here's the 3. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
A shot by Batum, no good. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Kicks it to Lillard. Shoots the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got himself on the board with 3 there. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. So for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Batum. Baca comes in for Marcus Morris. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. And Portland making a change here. Covington's checked in. Here's George. Now here is Ibaka. Just 4 to shoot. 17-foot shot on the way. Man. George passes to Ibaka. Clippers moving the ball around. Man can't hit. Trailblazers trail by 12. Up the floor. McCollum finds Covington. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And stolen by Lillard.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
Covington into the lane. And the dunk by Covington.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And an intentional foul right there. 1:57 left in the 4th. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Back to Nurkic. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
Zubac against Nurkic. Zubac kicks to Rondo. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And here's Portland. They picked up 11 straight. Pass to Pop. To the middle. Covington dishes to Nurkic. Back to Covington. The second effort. Nurkic, the pass to Covington. McCollum outside. Here's Nurkic. No luck. They battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Los Angeles leading by 6. Here's George. And he banks in the layup.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by the Trailblazers.
Jackson against Lillard. Right side, Covington. And here's McCollum for 3. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Outside, George. A 3 from Leonard. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Fires from deep. Batum grabs the miss. Outside Leonard. The dish now to George. Back to Leonard. From deep. Off the mark. So the Clippers with the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have all right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For our
Thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Nets, Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the 1. Now, here's Nurkic. Lillard outside. Passes to Covington. KD comes with the double team. No good from 11 feet.
He had a teammate wide open for a better shot. I don't know why he still attempted that with the D right in his face.
Harden gets the bucket. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary.
Here's Irving after the basket by Yusuf Nurkic. Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Outside Covington. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Lillard outside. This one for 3. Trailblazers keep it alive. McCollum outside. Covington finds McCollum. Clock at 6. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. Outside, KD. Griffin trying to get open. And then Durant with the jam.
And here's the best way to get an earful from your coach. Give Kevin Durant that kind of path to the basket. Wow, discussion to follow.
Now here's Powell. Covington dishes to Lillard. And it's James Harden with the rebound. The Nets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. The Nets working the ball around now. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, maybe not the highest of flyers, Durant, but because of his reach, it's so easy for him to win above the rim.
Pass to Nurkic. Lillard with no one around. Lillard again missing. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Guy is a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Cullen passes to Lillard. The pass to Nurkic. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Yeah, energy is good, but not smart there trying to go through somebody on that play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jeff Green is checked in for Griffin. Brown comes in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Zach Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. Pass to Canner. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
Here's Simons after the basket by Brooklyn. Collins, good.
Even with the defense all over him, Collins sticking with it.
And here are the Nets. They're on a 12-4 run. It's Brown on the wing. Kicks it to Irving. Passes it to Claxton. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Not going to go that time. Here's Powell. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Pass to Green. Here's Claxton. He's covered by Cantor. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Good work defensively by Anthony. Feeds it to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Good job attacking the rim right there from the big man, Collins.
Now the pass to Brown. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Shoots over Powell. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so the first quarter is in the books. Nets lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Brooklyn now, out there with Green, then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. Brown, good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Collins. Here's Simons. Powell with it. Pass to Cantor. Back to Powell. Floats one up. Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Collins.
Capable of torching you from that spot. Collins looking very comfy.
Outside, Green. Back to Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. Brown with the bounce pass. Irving passes to Brown. Here's Claxton. Again, the Nets for two.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Now here's Anthony. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Melo cashing in right now from the perimeter where he's in transition and spotting up. You got to get to him.
Irving passes to Green. To the paint. Here's Claxton. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Claxton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
It's Powell on the wing. Collins against Irving. Kept alive. Cantor. And the layup's good off the glass.
One of the game's very best offensive rebounders. Cantor also has the wherewithal to quickly convert for the score.
Jeff Green on the wing. Back to Irving. Outside, Green. Pass to Irving. 2 minutes. To the inside. Claxton, no good. Trailblazers trail by 5. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. There's the pass to Simons. Anthony on the wing. Dinwiddie covering. Collins passes to Cantor. And that'll be 2 free throws. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
Big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Durant comes in for Jeff Green. Joe Harris is checked in for Brown. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
Now here's Lillard. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
35 seconds left in the first half of basketball. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Durant knocks it loose.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
Harris finds Harden. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Now it's a 7-point Nets lead.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
McCollum right side. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. No good with the triple. Irving with a clean look. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. It was a fast pace for Brooklyn at the outset. Near flawless execution from both the defense and
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Nets leading by 7. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center. Now here's Durant. Lays it up and banks it in. KD's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Nets.
And Kevin Durant, great length and using his advantage on the inside.
Lillard against Harden. A 3 from McCollum. They get it back, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second.
And so Griffin will bring it up for the Nets. Harden scanning the floor. And Griffin scores. The assist by Harden. Griffin's got his first points in this one.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Now here's McCollum. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Damian Lillard.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
I don't think he sees any kind of defense when he's at that range. It doesn't matter who's guarding him.
Here's Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Durant. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
3-pointer, Lillard. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got 5 rebounds tonight. Harris dishes to Harden. And Harden with the stop.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
Lillard against Harden. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
You have to be careful when Nurkic attempts those kinds of shots. He's very skilled at drawing contact.
How the passion in New York is a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it, just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. Shot's good by Durant.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
McCollum outside. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Down low. It's tipped. It's stolen by Brown. Left side, KD. And it's Portland with the rebound. McCollum outside. Passes it to Covington. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Covington's got his first 2 points of the night.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
Brown outside. The Nets working the ball around now. High post, KD. 10 points for him. Trailblazers trail by 11. To the paint, Durant with the steal. Griffin goes in, and there it is for him. Griffin's got his second bucket of the night.
And the foot speed there of Griffin on full display. So explosive driving to the rack.
McCollum outside. Lillard looking around. Back to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Jeff Green.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And the dunk by Covington.
Lillard becoming better at staying patient, knowing that at any point in a possession, he can take advantage of somebody. That time he found the open man.
And here's Harden for three, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Brooklyn. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. Right back after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Joe Harris. Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
Harris finds Harden. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic to the middle. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Harden against Powell. Harden outside. Green breaking loose, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Pass to Nurkic. The feed to Carmelo. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there. Gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
Nets leading by 7. Harden outside. The pass to Irving. KD on the wing. Green breaking loose.
As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
A nice shot by Harris.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Pass to Powell. It's McCollum on the wing. Dishes to Nurkic and stolen by Harris. In transition, here come the Nets. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trailblazers. They trail by 7. And the basket by McCollum.
Man, he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
Now here's Harden. He dishes it to Irving. Durant down low. Covered by Anthony. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one. McCollum outside. Passes it to Nurkic. Back to McCollum. Drills the three-pointer. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Harden Dishes to Irving. Harden the pass to Durant. Pocket forward. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Nets lead by 6.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Harden against Lillard. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Stolen by Durant. Harris with it. Now defended by McCollum. Green dishes to Durant. And KD throws it down.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Oh, man, the DNA test comes back, and there is a clutch gene. McCollum with the confidence to deliver.
Irving against McCollum. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. And Brooklyn making a change here. Griffin's checked in. And a switch here also for Portland. Covington's checked in. Lillard from outside. They get it again. Tries yet again. McCollum outside. The pass to Covington. Lillard outside. And another shot. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Irving looking for an opening. Here is Harden. Durant with a wide open look. And the miss. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For